Okay, so you are imagining that this is a completely finished beautiful scarf and you are wanting to put some tassels on it. So the first thing it tells you to do in the pattern is to place some little markers where you're going to put your tassels. So you're obviously going to put one on each corner, so kind of there and there, so that's your edgy ones. Then you'll find the middle and you'll just count the middle and place one in there, and then the middle of those two and place one in there. If you have 22 stitches, you can count that out yourself, hopefully. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to make a tassel next and then how to attach it on. So we're going to make one for this corner, and this is my incredibly fancy cardboard tassel maker. I am actually about to go and try and source something a bit more, I don't know, sturdy and professional looking, but you can actually just use a bit of cardboard, 10 centimeters, and you could do it a bit wider if you wanted, but I think this is going to do. All right, so you grab your tassel maker. Okay, and with the yarn color that you are making the tassel with, so down this end, you can actually mix it up if you want. I've done it so that the tassels match the end that you're doing, but you could actually do the opposite or whatever you want. Okay, so you grab this and you grab your yarn, and if you read the pattern, it says that you get the long, so you're wrapping it long ways, so you get that, you hold it with your thumb and you want to wrap 14 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you don't want to be pulling it tight to wrap, but you also don't want to be leaving it so it's kind of wiggly. You just want to be pulling it so it's 5, okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so once you've got to the top of the 14th, where's my scissors? So you want to almost leave exactly the same amount as that guy had. So you've got it wrapped around like this, and then you want to grab it by the opposite end and you want to push it off here while maintaining, so you want the opposite end because that's going to be the cut bit. This is the bit you're going to attach onto the scarf. So you want to take it off, but you want to maintain the loopy nature of it, okay, because that's what you're going to be working with, and the two cut strands should be down the opposite end. All right, now you get your end of your scarf. Let me try and do this all nice and neatly. You get the end of your scarf. Oh my gosh, I've left my knitting needles. I'll be right back. Okay, so you've got this, you're holding it nicely. Oh my gosh, I let it go. So you're holding it nicely in between the loops at the top end of the loop. And what you want to do is you want to put your needle in to the hole that you have chosen. So you obviously if you're looking for the holes to put it in, here we go. This is where they are, and you would have put your, we'll leave those guys go past. So these are the holes where your markers will be. Okay, so you want to put your needle in from the front. I'm just going to lay that down there while I do it. You want to put your needle in from the front. So this is the right side of the scarf, and you can tell that because it's the one that has the garter stitch pattern, which is you'll be able to see in the photos, or you'll be able to know that it's the right side because the tassel, when facing away from you, will be on the left, or if you're someone who might be doing it like this, which would be weird, be on the right. So let's lay it out this way. I'm just going to tell you that this is the way to do it. If your initial tail is on the left, you've got the right side facing up, and that's what you want. So you want to go in through the top of the right side. Now you gently grab, oh my goodness, Marnie, I let it go. Maybe the key here is to not let it go. It's not an exact science, guys, so if you do let it go and you have to find the things again, it's no big deal, but you really want to be holding it at the long end Okay, and you want to place the needle through there, and you want to now it's kind of massage this onto here because you need it to get as kind of into a ball as possible, because what you're going to be doing, it's quite tricky, is you're going to be pulling this, and remember yarn is quite hardy, you don't have to be super gentle, so you're going to be really squidging that together and really pulling up so that you're creating a bigger hole here, and you're going to be trying to pull your needle through. That makes sense. So I'll do that again. So you've put your yarn over there, like you've looped it over, you've really pulled it, and with this hand now you pull up the hole. So you've made the hole really big, and you want to using your needle, you're going to bring that back through with all of the yarn looped on. Oh my god, I've caught a tiny bit. This is called troubleshooting as you go. Don't catch a tiny bit. Okay, there we are, fixed it. Okay, so, and you want to, now you've got kind of it bulging through, it's almost like it's giving birth, and this is the head, which is a delightful analogy, and you want to pull it halfway through. Do not pull it all the way through. Okay, now you replace your fingers where the needle was, and then you put your fingers through, and you're going to pull all of this through that, and then you're going to pull it tight. Whoop. Okay, it's a bit tricky. Okay, and you can do this as one strand at a time, might be easier, or a few strands at a time, if you can see. And if there's bulgy bits, you know that there's a couple strands that you haven't quite got. So you can just go one at a time, remembering there'll be some buried quite deep. Oh, see, that was a good one. Got a lot of give on that one. There'll be some buried right through here. You're going to pull them all so that you don't have any bulgy bits. Pulley. It's going to be really satisfying when that main one goes. You might be right down. Oh, I've got a bit of cardboard in there, that's always good. Okay, which one are you attached to? Oh my god, it's going to be, oh, got it. Oh, it's so satisfying. Okay, so once you've done that, you've created your tassel, and what you do now is you cut each individual thing. So you kind of go into a loop and you pull it tight to get its optimal length. So you find your loops, do it quite gently. I'm not being quite as gentle as probably I should. Find all the loops, pull them tight and snip them. Okay, it's kind of octopus looking at the moment, but okay. Oh, don't want to get it tangled. It's obviously a very exact science, guys, as you can see. And do not worry, we can always trim to make sure. Oh, there's another loop. If they're quite short, give them a yank, because it might mean that there's a bit of give in the old knot. Okay, got them all? Almost. Okay, I think that's all of them. Okay, so that obviously looks a bit uneven, so that's why it's really good to use really sharp scissors. And then we can just go through and give it a nice trim. A little haircut. He's escaped me. Okay, and there you have a fabulous tassel for your scarf, and you will repeat that 4 more times where your markers are. Oh, there's a longie, get him. Doesn't have to be perfect in any way, shape or form. You can be as particular or not about your tasselness. Voila, a tassel.